Another day, another Galaxy S10 leak. This time by Samsung themselves. I think they did it on purpose. And I have compelling evidence to that fact. Well, no, I don't. I actually just have some theories. But that's okay, because I'm going to tell you about them right after this.
This is, you listening to Travis.
What up, players? Welcome back. And for all you new people, welcome. My name's Travis and I do tech videos every single week and have a blast doing them. If that sounds like fun to you, sit back, relax, and enjoy the video. Anything I talk about will be in the description below. But for now, let's just get into the video. Samsung just sent out invites to the Galaxy S10 announce at the end of February, and it's going to be pretty exciting for the Samsung fans that are out there. Although we know a lot about it. Now, I've gone over some of the leaks before. I have several videos on the S10 if you want to check them out. Here's a link to like a playlist or something. And let me tell you something, it's going to be a great phone, but the leaks are kind of making it not as exciting anymore. We had this problem in 2018 with the iPhone and even the Pixel. There were so many leaks that you kind of knew everything that was coming out. And we know a couple of things about the S10. We know the Galaxy S10 is going to have at least 4 versions. A light version, a regular version, a large version, and eventually a 5G version. The 5G version is actually going to be released quite a bit later in the year. It's going to be more expensive, and if your carrier doesn't have 5G, it's kind of pointless. And even if they do, you might not see a difference. But today we're talking about the leak, the latest leak, this time by Samsung themselves. And there's a couple of things that happened today that kind of got me scratching my head. Some companies actually purposely leak information about their upcoming products to kind of get some buzz going around it before the actual launch. And while most of the leaks we've seen up until this point, I don't think have been from Samsung directly, this one literally came from Samsung's own website. They have a page on there talking about the One UI, which is basically their new version of kind of the Samsung experience where things are going to be easier to use on your phone. Everyone seems to think it's going to be some type of second coming of OS, but it doesn't look all that special to me. But on that page, they showed a phone, and it looks like this. And this is essentially what the S10 looks like, but it hasn't been announced. Someone went to Reddit and talked about this picture being on this particular page on Samsung. And later on, the picture got changed to something completely different, like someone caught the mistake and then they fixed it. Well, this guy posted everything on Reddit. It kind of went all over the place. A bunch of major websites reported on it that, hey, Samsung messed up and they put a picture out of their S10 before announcing it. But there's some weird things that happen here. Let's talk about number one, this person who reported this had never posted on Reddit before at all. Like, this was their first post. And number two, like, this was a really weird mistake. That picture would have had to gone through multiple people before getting posted to their website. Like, if you've ever worked in a corporation before and know what their website and how the website works, there's not just one person that presses a button. There's a lot of approvals. So this means several people saw that picture. And of course, someone took the picture and someone else put it together on that page. So multiple people saw this. How could this be a mistake? And one other thing, when this thing started hitting off and really gaining traction across the media, the picture itself, despite the fact on the page it had changed, hadn't been taken off the server. As a matter of fact, all the way up until 2 hours before I recorded this, over 24 hours after it was first reported, the picture was on the server. They didn't remove the picture, they just changed the picture. That doesn't make sense. Listen, if you make a mistake like that in a corporate culture where you're accidentally leaking something that's going to be announced in a month, you don't just change the picture, you delete the picture. And even more interesting, when you go to the site now, it's not a 404, which you would expect if a file was missing. It's now just this. So it looks like they turned permissions off. It's possible they didn't even remove the picture now. Something weird is going on here. It actually kind of makes sense to me that they might be on the same day as they announced that they're going to have their big announcement for the Samsung S10. This little leak happens. It just so happens to happen on the same day. And to be honest, I can't really blame them. Think about it. We kind of know everything about the S10. The only thing we don't really know for 100% sure is the price. Everything else is just kind of like everyone knows it. So what better way to get a little bit of excitement going than accidentally leaking a picture of the actual device? And it worked. Again, this all could be coincidence. The guy could have just posted on Reddit for the first time, or maybe he's trying to hide his identity. And maybe someone made a mistake when they found out that they switched the picture, that they didn't delete the file, but I don't buy that at all. So what do you think happened? Did Samsung leak this thing on purpose? They probably did. They probably did. And will it even matter? Like, if they hadn't leaked it, or if this thing hadn't happened, Would it make you more or less excited for the February 20th when they're going to announce the S10 series of phones? I mean, for me, I'm going to watch regardless. So what was the point of this? My only guess is they wanted a controlled experience, a controlled leak. These other leaks that have been happening don't seem to be in their control because some of them are just kind of weird. Like the battery sizes, it's not something they would ever really want to let people know in advance. It's not supposed to be important. They're supposed to tell you the spec of how long the battery will last, but the size of the battery is not something they're going to be touting very much, unless it's 4,000 milliamp hours. My point being, this was very likely staged. And if you don't agree, you're probably wrong. You're wrong. You're wrong. One other thing about this picture is, look, you can see that the camera's in the top right corner, and you can see the volume control and the Bixby button. You can see all that stuff in this picture. But in the picture that replaced it, none of that stuff is there. And it's also a square phone. It's kind of odd that they didn't at least put like a Note 9 or something in there, something that's already been released. They just put some generic thing up there. That is the one thing that kind of pokes a hole in the fact that it was a controlled leak, because this almost looks like it was rushed. But I mean, I don't know. I don't know. Having said that, I still think it was a controlled leak. I still think it was one of the things that they set up. And regardless of anything, it got us talking about it. So mission accomplished. If this video helped you out in any way, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell. And if it didn't, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell. I'm here every single week, having a blast. Hope to see you again real soon. Peace and love, peace and love. And end screens. And just end screens.